15, are those common denominators?
Yes.
Yes. 15.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna get faster, I swear.
I'm gonna get so many wrong this time. It's already hard.
Okay. Are these denominators the same thing?
Yes.
Yes. So all we have to do, the odds are kind of easy on this page, but all we have to do is subtract the numerators then, right? So 3t minus 4t is negative t. They might put the negative out there. It doesn't really matter where it is, but, and then the denominator stays the same, so it's just over t plus 6. Does that reduce?
No.
No, it does not.
Oh.
On 16, did you guys, what do we notice anything about those two denominators? They are the same, so you don't really have to fix them. However, they are the same, but they do factor. So after you put the two together, you might want to factor the top and bottom, see if anything crosses out. Because it will.
This assignment looks way harder than the other one. I mean, the other ones are really hard already.
All right. Yep. Yep. That's the goal.
Watch my grades go from
Think of it this way. It doesn't really get any harder than this. So
this will not help me work at McDonald's.
you'll be the.
I don't think your mom's gonna let you put it in.
Yeah.
You have to start somewhere.
Yeah, but your
You don't
mom.
get to control my life. I'm running away.
Sorry, did that really sound like Grant? I think it did.
No.
Okay.
Not at all. Are you mentally ill?
What if I was?
I would lie to
Mr.
you.
Jordan, can you just do 16 with us?
Yeah, it's really confusing. I
Can
didn't
you do
know
every single one of
I'm
them?
confused.
Are the x squared
Can you do
added
16?
to each other?
So do you
Are they-
minus them and
are
then
they-
factor them?
Or do they stay the same?
Yeah, subtract first, and then whatever comes out, fact at
Wait,
the
so
end.
it's x squared minus x squared, so would they just...
And they
Cancel
can't-
out?
Yeah, x squareds go away.
Okay.
The top I don't.
Me.
The top's not gonna factor in it. Well, yes.
Just do that like okay.
Oh, so the top doesn't factor?
Who do you think?
Shayna.
Skylar. That was Skylar's work. She did not draw my pants though. Somebody else pants them. Okay, now this is where it gets interesting. What is the common denominator between these two denominators? Okay, we need the, remember how yesterday I kept saying we need the most of each? So we're going to need one of the r plus 3's and one of the r plus 8's. So, whoops. So that is the common denominator. Okay,
You forgot a little line.
and then we got to say, what do I need to do to this to turn it into the common denominator? Multiply by r plus 8. Okay, but if you do that to the bottom, you have to do the same thing to the top.
Why are we doing the B section?
Okay. Shh, hush. We had enough. R plus 8. What do we need to do to this to turn into? Needs an r plus 3. So this happens a lot of times. Basically, we just multiply the opposite denominator, right? Whoops. So r plus 8 got multiplied over here, r plus 3 got multiplied over here. Now, the denominator is done, because remember we don't really add the common denominators, like 3 over 2 plus 5 over 2 is just 8 over 2. We don't really do anything with that, right? We just add the numerators. So really all we need to do is just put these two numerators together. So I'm just going to rewrite it so it's nice and clear what's going on here. 6r times r plus 8 minus, not just minus 9r, minus all that stuff, minus 9r times r plus 3. And once we do that, that's pretty much the numerator. So what do I need to do? Yes. So we got 6r squared plus 48r minus 9r squared. This is gonna come over on this one too, minus 27r. And then guess what I'm gonna do? Right, add the like terms together. 6r squared minus 9r squared is negative 3r squared. I'm gonna go ahead and put this up here because this is like the answer. Negative 3r squared plus 48 minus 27 is plus 21r. Now, that's the answer. However, you should always ask, can I reduce this? Does the top factor any?
Yeah.
You could take like a negative 3r out, and what would be left is like r minus 7, if you divide both those by negative 3r. But does that reduce? No. So you could leave it like that, or leave it like this, but it doesn't really matter because nothing reduces. So this is the answer.
Man, this assignment is gonna be like horrible. For like grading.
This time.
So many are gonna be wrong. This small.
How many questions are on the test?
Why do you ask everything about the test?
Because I'm worried about the test.
You should be worried about the final if you get the demand.
Probably not a lot, probably about 20. Okay, 19.
Who's the number?
I don't know.
Brand's trying to frame me.
Okay.
For what?
Something.
What I do?
No!
What is he talking about?
No! You guys, my eraser at half the time when the eraser's gone.
The little chunky one?
Yes.
Oh no.
You guys, it's a sad day.
You cut it off.
The what? You know my chunky eraser that I always have everywhere? Yeah, the other one. It's gone.
I stole it.
Well, you're.
My mom is disappointed in me.
Oh.
That's makes sense.
I'm not talking to you guys.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay,
Thank you.
so on this one, to find a common denominator, the first thing you should always check is, can I factor one of the denominators? So these were too simple, right? But this one right here, a little bell should go off. Right, a little bell should go off in your head for that one. So what goes into x squared?
4.
What's the square root of 16? So it's x plus 4, x minus 4. Okay, now after we're done factoring, we say what's the common denominator? So what do we need for our common denominator?
4.
They both have an x plus 4, so we need one of those. And this guy has an x minus 4, so we need one of those. Okay, so the right one already has the common denominator. Okay, this is replaced with this. These are the same thing, but so this one is good. We can just leave this one alone. But this one needs to, what do we need to do to this denominator to turn into the common? Needs an x minus 4. So we need to multiply this one by x minus 4. You don't, and again, we're not really doing anything to the denominator. It's already done. That's the denominator. We really just need to simplify this. And then we're done. So it's x times x minus 4 plus negative 32, which is just like minus 32. Okay, the x multiplies out, so get that. Well, you guys think x squared minus 4x minus 32 is going to factor? Does that look like that might factor? And we should, just to make sure it doesn't reduce, and it will reduce, by the way. Yeah, 8 and 4 goes into 32, right? So it's minus 8 plus 4. So minus 8 plus 4. And what's going to happen? Those go away.
Hey, man. That was beautiful.
You like that one? Too late, I already did it with the other
That's
class.
super the sweet actually.
But you always do less
I
problems
kept
in
on
that
hitting myself with
class.
balls so hard.
Like for the last assignment, you didn't even do like, you only did 26.
That's because Chapel got out at
skipped 20,
like
you probably did
12:10.
24. So you can skip them for us.
Doing more makes you better.
But I don't want to do more.
Don't do that.
I don't want to get better.
No, what's the point?
You should try to log
Por favor.
you just go.
Why is it that you look at artwork whenever they do something?
Yeah.
Us. You hate us.
Because he likes
It's too
to.
beautiful. I can't.
And her, I don't know why I'm touching you.
Cause I just erased the board at the end of the day, obviously.
He just makes me really sleep. That's a really good signature. I don't know which one it is.
Does Corey?
What do you mean?
The one that's circled.
That Corey's?
Not really.
Who
She really
did
hates
wrong?
Eli.
That looks like some sham.
Because of the stuff they did in the car.
I'm pretty sure that's like Robin, so not
I know, she just
Robin.
gets angry over it.
Oh, yeah, maybe right.
I can't read it.
Is it
Yeah, to mom.
What she said.
Alright,
Shoot, they're so annoying.
what do you guys think we need to do first on this one?
Factor the bottom left.
Right,
Which would be up like
okay,
+3.
we need a common denominator, so let's break this one down. Right, what goes into 4, what goes in, multiplies in 3, that adds up to 4, 3 and 1. So the common denominator is going to be, right, just one of each. So the left one already has the common denominator, so we don't need to fix it. The right one needs a x plus 3. So the top gets the x plus 3. That's the important part, the top. So I'm going to rewrite it just so it looks a little bit neater and you can see what's going on here. Okay. A lot of people might get this one wrong because we need to subtract all this fraction, which means we're subtracting all this. So I put a minus in front of this. So what do we need to do to simplify that part?
The bottom.
Like, how do we simplify this? Foil. But we need to subtract all of that foil. So I'll put a parentheses right there. I'm going to do it in a little bit different order. It's like the standard order. Negative x times x is negative x squared. We got, right here we have a 2x in the front and a minus 3x in the back. I'll write it down, I guess. And then what did I not multiply? The 2 and the 3, the outside. 2 times 3 is 6. So I just changed the order a little bit. These two go together, 2x minus 3x. Okay, so I just did a FOIL. That's all that happened. But I need to subtract all of that. So really it's plus x squared plus x minus 6. Okay, and then I'm gonna put it in standard order, so I got x squared plus 2x minus 7. X squared plus 2x minus 7. Okay, we should check, does that factor? What goes into 7? 1 and 7, can I get a 2 out of that? No, so we're done.
I have a question. If I didn't do any of the evens, what grade would I get?
Really, you don't know the answer to that question?
50, right?
50.
Oh, right. If I did the work, but I didn't get, but I got all of them wrong, what would I get?
You would get 4 out of 6, 66, 67.
Well, like, but she would get like like all the wrongs, would the work even
So
like
you could
matter?
technically get.
Yeah, I remember what I said in the last paper.
But like, what if like the work's like all just random nonsense that doesn't even like pertain to the question?
Oh yeah, that'd be 50s too.
Okay, obviously. Why is he talking?
Why would
This
you
is my
do
question.
why would you do the work and get them all wrong? That would make you stupid.
He's calling me stupid.
I'm saying,
and
I'm
take
saying.
serious offense.
I'm just saying.
Serious, genuine offense.
I could figure it out.
Grant, you can't talk.
I'm not calling myself smart. I'm saying I'm stupid, but like you missing everything would be
You've never
stupider.
said
Okay.
I like it now.
Hi, stop trying me.
This is one.
Usually Shannon
But you name it.
The more generic way.
Okay,
Okay, but it's
Oh my
valid.
gosh, it's only 50.
hush, hush. All right, on this one, the directions give us a hint. It says add or subtract, of course. And then it says be sure each rational expression is simplified before adding or subtracting. Okay, which means reduce anything that you can. Okay, you don't have to do that. You could find the answer first and then try reducing. It would work. But it's going to be much easier if we try reducing over here. This problem is actually, this section is actually easier than the last one. Okay, so what could we do to this top left one, for example?
Take out 2.
Take a 2 out. And if I take a 2 out, I'm left with x minus 3. Okay, and on the bottom, what multiplies into 12 that adds up to 1?
3, 4.
4 and 3.
4 and 3, so it would be plus 4 minus 3. Okay, and then over here, how about that guy?
It's a square root square.
So it's, the roots are x and 6, so it's x minus 6, x plus 6. What goes into 24 that adds up to negative 2?
That's a great question. 6 and 4.
6 and 4, so it'll be minus 6 plus 4. Okay, here's a question. Can it, if these were the same, could I cross these out?
Yeah.
No. Why not?
Because it's plus.
Okay, that would be a multiplication problem. That was the last assignment we did. When you multiply, they just kind of all hook together as like one big fraction, so you can like cancel anything out. But adding is different. You can't do that. But we can do this, like reduce inside the same fraction.
So the x minus 6 doesn't.
Yes, and that is very good news, because what just happened?
Oh my gosh, it's simplified. How would that
It has a common denominator,
Yeah.
which is good news. So it's just 2 plus that, x plus 6 is x plus 8 over x
It's
plus
like
8.
negative 30, dude.
Alright, does that reduce?
No.
No is correct. Last one. We're almost there.
Last one for you.
Yes, last one for me.
I'm not even on the single even. That minus one.
Can you do
Like,
that?
I've done 2.
Oh, do you remember 18? It doesn't make sense.
No,
Like, I don't even
Uh,
know.
18's like 7. Oh yeah, I'll help you guys with 18. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you even look at number 18?
Yes.
It is like 17, but you have to FOIL instead of distribute. Okay, so this one's like 25, or 23, it's in the same section. So the directions tell us try reducing before you subtract, which is a good hint. So what can I do up here in that point? Take an X out. Stop crying.
Oh my gosh, check this. Dude, guys, should I be an actor?
Okay, what multiplies into 20 that adds up to 1?
Oh.
5 and 4.
5 and 4. So it'll be plus 5 and minus 4. Okay, what can we do to the top right?
Take out 3.
3 comes out. Get x minus 2. Okay, bottom right, what multiplies into 8? Adds up to -6. 4 and 2, but how do they add up to -6? -4, -2. Okay, what happens?
The x minus 2. X minus plus 5.
Okay, so good news. This becomes much simpler. So
This
it's,
is like way easier than before.
so it's just what?
3 minus x.
X minus 3.
Oh, my maths. I'm stupid. I can't read it. Right.
Just get glasses.
I guess I'm not listening.
So now you do 18.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
Oops.
We should like put anyone that sings and like.
We should put you into this call.
You also do 20.
Are you just saying that to see how much y'all do? 20 is almost identical to 19, pretty close. You have to factor the x squared minus 9 first and do the common denominator.
You said to shut up. Can you shut up, please?
I was talking to you, Grant.
But like you said, in general.
Yeah, but you were by far making most noise. Okay, what is the common denominator?
A.
No.
A minus 6 and A minus
Yeah, a minus 6, a minus 2.
2. You had the idea.
Okay, because these both can be multiplied to turn into this. That's why they're the common. So, what is the first denominator missing to turn into the a minus 2?
3.
So, this needs an a minus 2, which means the top gets an a minus 2. This is missing an a minus 6.
Let's do 3.
What happens?
So, how are we going to clean up the top?
A squared.
What kind of problem is this here? Foil. Yeah, it's all the top times all the top. Not just 2 times that, it's the numerator times that. So yeah, it's foil. I'm just rewriting it so it's a little bit neater. It's a couple foils, right? So, a squared minus 2a plus 2a minus 4. A squared minus 6a plus 6a plus 8a, I mean. Minus 48.
Are we gonna have to foil on a lot of them?
20 has 1 foil, not 2 though. 22. 22 does not have a foil. Okay, now what can I do? A squared plus a squared. 2a minus 2a, those are gone. And then minus 6a plus 8a. And then minus 4, minus 48.
Minus 2.
Okay. Now technically we could take a 2 out of that, but is it going to reduce? No, it will not. So,
Thank you, Mr. Jordan.
There's 2 options. One, we work together.
Isn't that
Or
cheap?
2. I hate math. I don't do it.
Or, yeah, check.